field the football. The Blue Devils will have it at their own 33-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 11:17 on the game clock. Entering the huddle is quarterback, sophomore. That's Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll, they're going to huddle about 10 yards deep. Ball's at the left hash mark. And they're going to spot it right there, the 33-yard line. Slot right, they got Jaron Aller behind the right tackle as an H-back. He'll go motion away, and he'll reset left side of the line. Split in, left side. Shotgun quarterback Toll. Quinn Toll going to pass it to the flat. Caught by Jaron Aller. He's going to take it across midfield. He'll take it inside the 40. He'll be pushed out of bounds near the 33-yard line. And Jaron Aller with a pass out of the backfield, a longer run than the pass, but it all counts the same. So the Blue Devils have the ball at the Apaches' 34-yard line, 1st and 10. So Jaron Aller pushed out of bounds. Clock stopped at 11:07. Blue Devils break huddle. To the line of scrimmage, they'll line up in a slot left, slot right, short side of field. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, motion away, deep motion. They'll hand the ball to Isaiah Mahaney. He'll break contain. He'll go up the left sideline, and Isaiah Mahaney going to go in for a score. It'll be a 34-yard running play for Mahaney. And Isaiah Mahaney on the season picks up an offensive touchdown on the ground. So the Blue Devils going to line up for the point after touchdown. Grayson Withrow, the short snapper, is going to be Quinn Toll, the holder. And the kicker is Brogan Ferg. There's a snap, high snap. He puts it down. The kick is through the uprights. Point after is good. With 10:59 left here in the first quarter, Blue Devils strike first. It's 7-0 here in the ball game. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Bubbles and Bark Spa. They opened on July 7th. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. Yes, Bubbles and Bark Spa, they're located at 3660 West 500 South, Sharpsville, Indiana, 46068. You can email them at Bubbles in the N letter, Bark Spa at yahoo.com. That's Katie Waite. Katie Waite at the age of 15 started bathing dogs. And she's a 10-year member, 4-H. And for a full groom, it includes a haircut, nails, paw pads, body patch, and an ear clean. That's Bubbles and Bark Spa, Sharpsville. So the Blue Devils set to kick off Nathan Hawkins. He'll back up about 7 yards deep, a little bit soccer style. So here comes the approach. He'll put the foot into it. A little bit longer kick there up to the 30-yard line. Lost the handle. Regathers it on the ground. That's Wabash Apaches, number 17, Isaiah Jones. He's a senior, 6'170". He's a wide receiver and a tight end. Pretty good-sized young man. So they're going to start right here on this possession at the 34-yard line. The Apaches' 34-yard line from the left hash mark. So they're going to break huddles to the line of scrimmage. Tailback using the Guardian cap. Several of the offensive members are using the Guardian cap. They're going to line up in a shotgun. Hayden McWhirter, single man in the backfield. They'll pitch it. In the backfield, they'll get it to Noah Baldwin. He'll be tackled just across. They'll get it to the 35-yard line. Going to be a gain of 1. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down 9 for the Apaches. Clock stationary, 10:43. Ball spotted, 35-yard line. Going to roll the clock. Going to line up in a slot. Left side, split in. Right side, short side of field. 2 backs, deep back. Shotgun McWhirter, he'll hand off to the deep back. He'll hand off, and the Blue Devils going to hold him up right there after a gain of about 3. In on the stop there for the Blue Devils. Again, it was Henderson. Henderson in there. Slade Springer also in on the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd down 6 for the Apaches. Ball resting at the 38-yard line, Wabash territory. Clock moving, 10:05 first quarter. Blue Devils score on their first possession at 7-0. And the Apaches going to make it their way to the line of scrimmage. Split in, right side. They get 3 receivers, double slot, left side. Ball's in the middle of the field, right between the hashes. Shotgun quarterback McWhird, he'll drop to throw. Pass play caught. Had him in stride. Couldn't bring it in. And he feels bad. That was number 11, Devon Osborne. That was a good ball from Hayden McWhird. Off the fingertips on the slant pattern. So 9:42, clock stopped after the incomplete pass. Blue Devils going to set up for punt return. Deep man for the Blue Devils is Dakota Garman and Isaiah Mahaney. Going to line up in punt formation, Derek Reed for the Apaches. They put a little spiral around, about the same situation, right side. This one does go out of bounds. And they're going to spot it near the, see where they do the mountain climber game. 35-yard line. That mountain climber game technique is the coordinates. The line judge walks up the line, and the umpire behind the offense tells him when to stop, and that's where they mark the ball. So the ball's at the 35-yard line at the left hash mark. 9:35, clock stopped after the change of possession. Blue Devils, second possession of the evening. They're going to line up with 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, long side of the field. They're going to motion in. And dog motion out there is Jaron Aller. Pass play. Quinn Toll going to go deep pass on the route, right on time, right on the money. Catch is made by Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman caught that ball at about the 30 of Wabash territory, and he'll run it on down to about the 21-yard line. Pretty good pass play from Toll to Garman. So the Blue Devils pick up a first down. They'll move the clock, roll the clock at 9:07. Blue Devils have the ball right there in the middle of the field between the hash marks at the 21-yard line. They're going to line up with twins to the right, slot left. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. And Isaiah Mahaney going to go motion, near motion. They're going to fake the handoff to Hussey. And Quinn Toll is going to carry the football. He'll break contain. There is a flag on the play. And they're going to spot the flag. So that's going to let everybody know it's a holding penalty against the Blue Devils. So that'll nullify a good run by Quinn Toll. They'll bring the ball back. And they'll spot it. 10-yard mark off back to the 30-yard line. The Blue Devils will have it. First down again. They'll have it first and 20 from the Apaches 30-yard line. So they roll the clock. 8:34. Play clock's at 17. Blue Devils break huddle to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up with split out left side. That's Dakota Garman. They'll have 3 receivers right side. Split out wide right, Joe Clouser. In the slot there is Zach Ridgway. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll hand off. Single man in the backfield, that's Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey going to bring it inside the 20-yard line. So he'll get more than that 10-yard penalty for the holding penalty. He'll pick up about 13. Probably going to be about a 14-yard gain on the run. It's going to be second down. 6. They're calling it 5 on the board. Clock moving, 7:50 first quarter. Tipton High School hosting the Wabash Apaches. So they're marking it at 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage, going to line up in a slot. 2 receivers right side. 1 split out left is Dakota Garman. He'll go near motion, dog motion. 3 receivers, shotgun quarterback taking the handoff. That was Quinn Toll. Hands off to Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey takes it inside the 5 near the 1-yard line. It's going to be a first down, Blue Devils. First and goal for the Blue Devils. And entering the huddle is going to be Isaiah Mahaney. Walking over to the sideline, going to get the play from offensive coordinator Chad Shear. Jogging back in the huddle. Number 2, Quentin Toll. He'll lose the wristband, and he'll let the teammates know there, the huddle, the play. So they'll line up. They're going the shotgun again. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. 3 receivers left. Now go near motion. That's Joe Clouser. Spin out wide right. They'll hand the ball off to Chase Hussey. Hussey going to get across the goal line. Hussey, touchdown. There goes 6-hole right side. And the Blue Devils put 6 more on the board. They'll have 13. They'll try to point after. Going to try the kick variety once again, setting the block where he wants it. That's Brogan Ferg. They're going to line up, wait for the snap. Calls for the ball. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is through the uprights. So Brogan Ferg puts another point on the board. It's a 14-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. Blue Devils 2 possessions, 2 scores. 6:35 left here in the second quarter. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense. Starting with your roof, from repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they've got your game covered, literally. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is locally owned by Jordan Beck. His team plays hard, works harder, and doesn't stop until the job gets done right. To contact Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, on the web, it's rangerroofingexteriors.com, or you can dial them up at 317-361-7858. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Backing up, going to kick off once again, Nathan Hawkins, 7 yards deep from the left hash mark. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. This shallow kick. Again, this one will be taken at the 27-yard line. Going to slip down to the surface. Again on the return with 17, Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones going to slip to the surface right there, and they'll put the ball in play at the Apache 33-yard line. So the Apache's 1st and 10. 6-10, clock moving. And spotted there at the 33-yard line from the left hash mark. Apaches to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up in a shotgun. Hayden McWhirter, single man in the backfield. We're going to line a tight bunch. Receiver's going to fake the pitch, take the ball himself, go forward. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Ball carrier number 15, Hayden McWhirter. He's going to get a positive gain. He'll pick up. They're going to call it 5 on the board. 2nd down, 5 for the Apaches. So going to line up in a huddle to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 24, started at 40. 5:44 on the game clock. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. They got a tight bunch. Receivers, right side, just outside the tackle. Going to pitch it right side now. It's Noah Baldwin. Baldwin breaks contain. He nearly picks up a 1st down. He's going to pick up 3. He needed 5. And they called a gain of 4. It's going to be a 3rd down, 1 play. 3rd and 1 for the Apaches. Ball resting at the Apache 42-yard line. And I'm going to jog up to the line of scrimmage. Wide out right there. That's Devon Osborne, number 11. He's a team leader in receiving for the Apaches. You're going to line up as shallow, close, split in. They got 3 receivers left side. Calling the cadence is McWhirter. He's going to take the ball himself. He's trying to get the 1st down. He'll try to get to the line of scrimmage. You will get a 1st down. They'll keep the legs moving, and they'll pick up 1st down. They're going to stop the clock and move the chains.
McWhirter on the run, picks up enough for a first down.
So McWhirter gets the first down. Blue Devils trying to hold him up at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, Apaches. Ball resting at the 45-yard line, right hash of the Apaches side of the 50-yard line. Clock moving, 4:27. First quarter, we're at Tipton High School. Sectional 36, Class 2A. Going to line up. Split in. Right side, they got 3 receivers. Left side tight in a triangle. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. He'll take the shotgun. He'll pass left side out in the flat. Couldn't bring it in. Intended receiver was number 11, Devon Osborne. It's going to bring up a 2nd down, 10 for the Apaches. So they'll respot it at the 45-yard line. Right there at the right hash mark. The Apaches are going from the south to the north here in the first quarter. Going to line up with 3 receivers. Left side split in. Wide right, that's the short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Single man in the backfield, he'll get the handoff. That's Noah Baldwin. Noah Baldwin met at the line of scrimmage. Zane Durham in on the stop. Also in on the stop, Will Wolford. And the Blue Devils hold them to no gain. They're going to give him a gain of 1. He earned it. Gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Apaches. Ball resting at the 46-yard line, Apache territory. So the Apaches break huddle. They're going to split in. They're going to wind up with 3 receivers left side, split in right side at the short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback, McWhirter. Hayden McWhirter, single man in the backfield, Noah Baldwin. Takes a snap, dropping the throw. Lets it go. It's caught by Devon Osborne. First down. That was a deep slant pattern caught there by Osborne. And a nice ball by Hayden McWhirter. The ball moves into Blue Devil territory at the Blue Devil 36-yard line. So they'll roll the clock here after the chains were set. 14-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. We're in the first quarter. 3:07 clock moving. The Apaches on a drive. Ball's at the 36 of Tipton. Shotgun quarterback. They get a slot right, split left. Handoff. Going to go left to right. That's Noah Baldwin. Noah Baldwin gets caught in the backfield. Chase Hussey was in on the stop. Also there on the stop was Vautaw. That was Joe Vautaw. And they're going to keep him to no gain. It's actually going to be a loss of maybe 1. Going to call it 2nd down and 11 on the scoreboard. Ball now resting at the 37-yard line, Tipton territory. 2:24 on the game clock. Slot left, slot right, short side of the field. McWhirter takes a snap out of shotgun. Pass play again. Short slant pattern caught by Osborne. It'll be a gain of about 5. So they'll get positive yardage again. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, 6. 3rd and 6 for the Apaches. Ball now resting at the 32-yard line. Blue Devil territory. Clock moving, 1:52. The jog up to the line of scrimmage. Wabash Apaches. Going to line up with a split end. Left side, 3 receivers, right side. Spread offense. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Single man in the backfield is number 8, Noah Baldwin. He'll take the snap, drop the throw. He's going to float one down the left sideline. Trying to come back to the ball right there. It was incidental contact. And Isaiah Mahaney in on the coverage. And they tried to find number 11, Devon Osborne. Little float pattern up the Blue Devil sideline. I should say down the Blue Devil sideline at about the 10, incomplete pass. So they reset the football at the 32-yard line. 4th down, 6 for the Apaches. Ball's just inside the left hash mark. So they break huddle. Clock stopped at 1:31 after the incompletion. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. He's got 3 receivers right side. He's got Osborne left side. Single man in the backfield, Noah Baldwin. He's going to drop the throw. Gets rid of it in a hurry. because the Blue Devils on the stunt there was 87, Chase Hussey. In the backfield right now, had to get rid of it. Incomplete pass. And the Blue Devils will take over on downs. And they'll respot it at the 32-yard line. Blue Devils, 1st and 10. So ball's just inside the right hash mark for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils going from the north to the south here for another minute 24 seconds here in the first quarter. Blue Devils going to line up with a slot right, short side of the field. 3 receivers left, go deep motion. Dakota Garman, he'll get a handoff from shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. And a flag on the play. And the Dakota Garman breaks contain. He picks up maybe 9 yards on the carry. And flag on the play. They're going to talk this over. Going to be a holding call against the Blue Devils.
Holding against the Blue Devils.
So 1:14 left. They'll back it at 5. It's going to be 10 from the 32. They'll mark it at the – they're going to actually mark it from the hold infraction. They spot it back at the 24-yard line from the left hash mark. So the Blue Devils have it. First down over. 1st and 18. They'll roll the clock. 1:12. Blue Devils going to line up with 2 receivers right side. Jaron All split out wide right. Zach Ridgway in the slot. Here comes near motion. Near motion, and Mahaney. Handoff out of shotgun. Going to hand the ball off. On the run, it's Zane Durham. Zane Durham is off to the races. He's in across the 50. He's inside 40, 30, and 20, and he's at the end zone. And Zane Durham couldn't keep up with Zane Durham. The Zane Durham touchdown. And Zane Durham picks up touchdown number 5 on the season on the ground. So the Blue Devils are going to try the point after. Again, it's going to be Holder, Quinn Toll, kicker, Brogan Ferg. Calls for the snap. There's a snap. There's the hold. Kick is through the uprights and good. So with 50 seconds left here in the first quarter, Blue Devils take a 21-0 advantage. And the Blue Devils will kick off. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear, that's Century 21 Real Estate. Enthusiasm, experience, and knowledge. Lisa Stokes Bear, real estate agent, real estate broker. Lisa listens. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company, serving Hamilton, Tipton, and Madison counties since 1997. Specializing in residential and corporate relocations. You can contact Lisa by phone or by text message at 317-513-4086. That's 317-513-4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. She has a passion to prove her professionalism. Let Lisa surpass your expectations. Lisa Stokes Bear. So the Blue Devils going to kick the ball away again. It's going to be Nathan Hawkins once again, trying to get that football just like he likes it. 50.4 left here in the first quarter. Waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. Here comes the kick. Better kick right now, going to be taken at the 16-yard line by the Apaches. They'll work it up the middle and try to get to the seam, and it'll be stopped right there by Zach Ridgway on the return for the Apaches. 21, Chase Daughtry. Chase Daughtry, just a freshman athlete on the return for the Apaches. 41.8, 42 seconds left, basically here in the first quarter. The Apaches are going to line up on offense. Ball's marked at the left hash mark at the 31-yard line. In Apache territory, they're going to line up in a slot left, slot right, single man in the backfield. Noah Baldwin has Hayden McWhirter, just slaps him 5, turns around and slaps him 5. It's all good. McWhirter in the shotgun. calling the cadence. He'll take the snap. He'll drop 2 steps. He'll throw a bullet right side, and it's tipped away defensively by Zach Ridgway. That pass was intended for number 17, Isaiah Jones. So they'll respot it at the 31-yard line, left hash mark. 37.4 left. First quarter. Blue Devils in front, 21-0. Going to line up in a shotgun. They got a slot left, short side of field, slot right. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. He's a junior quarterback. McWhirter throws a good ball. He'll take the snap. He'll hand off. Single man in the backfield. Noah Baldwin. They're going to call them the ball down by forward progress. Ball did come loose. Blue Devils picked it up. But it's going to be a ball marked dead right there. I should say down by contact. I should say with a forward progress. So 29-yard line. They'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down 12. 3rd down 12. Ball's left hash mark on the field. And the first quarter is going to empty out. So at the first quarter end, Blue Devils in front, 21. Apache 0. And I want to talk a little bit about Noah Humrickhouse. Noah Humrickhouse, I talked to him before the game. I tell you what, he's got the camera. He does video. He's got a little bit more than an attachment on that camera. I tell you what, he got his hair cut. He looks good. He's tall. The Humrickhouses are tall. But he let me know he's a freshman. He's a freshman in college. But he really likes the movie scene. He likes to film movies. So he's going to excel. He's going to excel in college at filming movies. And I'm like, that's a good way to go because he's good at it, especially with what he does. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. They're in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments, and Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton. They're next to the Diana Theater. Hope Jewelers at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or Saturday, 9:30 to 2. That's Hope Jewelers in Tipton. So they call the guys out to the field. They'll run right out. The Apaches off the sideline to the line of scrimmage. And there's some Ozzy Osbourne, PA. Going to line up. Here we go, 12 minutes, second quarter. Apache's going to send 3 receivers right, split end left. Single man in the backfield is Noah Baldwin. Shotgun quarterback is Hayden McWhirter. And there's going to be early movement. We'll see where it's come from because they're going to call it an illegal procedure. They're going to call it a procedure penalty against the Apaches. They'll back it up 5 yards. I know they moved first, but Ridgway was ready to go. He was moving on the movement of the Apache. So the ball marked back at the 24-yard line. Apache territory. So that play didn't really start the clock, so they'll start here. So 3 receivers again to the right, split in left. That's a short side of field. Single man in the backfield. Noah Baldwin. Hayden McWhirter takes a snap out of shotgun. He'll look to throw. He'll go across the middle. He's going to go incomplete.
That's it. Incomplete.
And that pass was intended for number 7, Corbin Brumley. Corbin Brumley is a senior. He's not only a wide receiver, he's a cornerback. So 4 seconds off the clock on that incomplete pass. Parker Capshaw going to run in, play some defense. Coming out of the ball game is Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll going to take a breather. So they're going to line up. shotgun. In a punt situation, 4th and 17. The boot will be taken in the air at the 49 of the Apaches territory, taken by Dakota Garman. He's going to backtrack a little bit, try to get an edge, and he will. He'll go up the Blue Devil sideline, I should say down the sideline. A good run back by Dakota Garman. He'll take it to the 26-yard line, Apache territory. So a good run back, 11:43 on the game clock, 21-0. Blue Devils going to take over this drive at their own, at the Apache 26-yard line. So they'll work it from the left hash. Going to line up with twins. They're going to split out wide right. Jaron Aller in the slot is Zach Ridgway. Slot the other side. Going to go in motion is Isaiah Mahaney. Dropping the throw. Quinn Toll right across the middle. Going to be a touchdown pass to Zach Ridgway. Ball was on target. Ridgway kind of had to wait for the football, but a touchdown pass nevertheless. And Zach Ridgway catches his second touchdown pass on the season. They're going to line up for the point after touchdown. And Brogan Ferg, 11:37 left here in the second quarter. Waiting for the snap, calls for it. There's a snap, high snap. Put the ball down, and it's going to be a tough kick and to go wide left. The snap was high to the right side of Quinn Toll, but he did catch it, put it on the block. And so, well mentioned with 11:37 left here in the second quarter. Blue Devils in front, 27, Apache 0. And I will also mention tonight's contest is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. 46062, just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32 along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards, posters, and oversized printing also available. If you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone, 317-773-8783, or by Gmail at discountcopies96@gmail.com. There's the whistle, Nathan Hawkins. The approach, there's the kick. Low elevation, a skim one time, picked up there at the 15-yard line by the Apaches. He'll be tackled right there at the 29-yard line. That return by 21, Trace Daughtry, the freshman. He'll take it out to the middle of the field, right between the hash marks, and they're going to spot the football at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for Wabash. Clock stopped at 11:28. Change of possession. They'll break huddle to the line of scrimmage. Wabash Apache is going to line up with a slot right side. In the slot is Isaiah Jones. They'll line up with a split end. You got a wing back behind this right tackle. Shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhird will hand off to Noah Baldwin. Positive gain. He'll dive it forward. He'll take it to the 32-yard line. Going to be a gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd down 7. So clock moving, 11:12. Chase Hussey looking for the signal from the sideline. He calls the huddle, defensive huddle for the Blue Devils. So the Wabash Apaches break huddle. They'll go to the line of scrimmage, split out wide right. Is 81, Jake Sailors. He's also a freshman. Slot left, single man in the backfield. They got 2 backs. You got a D back, and Noah Baldwin gets the handoff. There goes left side, try to break contain. Got right there, and it'll be a no gain. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down 7. 3rd down 7, ball now resting at the 32-yard line. Apache territory. Clock moving, 10:37 here in the second quarter. Play clock at 29. It began at 40. So the Apache's going to break huddle. They're going to line up, the line of scrimmage. They'll send 3 receivers right side. Nearest receiver to the tackle, that's number 7, Corbin Brumley. They're going to split in left side. Single man in the backfield, Noah Baldwin. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. He'll call for the snap. They'll drop 2 steps, pass it left side off the fingertips. Had it on the fingertips, couldn't bring it in. It's going to be incomplete. That pass was intended for number 11, Devon Osborne. And a clock stopped on the incomplete pass at 10:06 left here in the second quarter. So the Apache's going to line up. Punt formations, 4th down 7. Ball still resting at the 32-yard line, Apache territory. So they'll line up with a slot right, far right side gunner. They'll come to snap. Good snap, and Derek Reed lifts a good punt into Blue Devil territory, gets a good favorable roll for the Apaches, and it's going to come to a complete stop at the Blue Devil 27-yard line. Nice punt off the foot of Derek Reed. He's a senior punter and a kicker. And then the Class 2A, sectional 36. We'll talk about that at halftime, give you the lowdown for that upper bracket and the lower bracket included. 8 teams. And I will mention the clock stopped at 9:57 on the game clock. Blue Devils going to take over at their own 27-yard line. They're going to line up with a slot left. Short side of the field, slot right. Here comes near motion. Isaiah Mahaney will take the jet sweep, and Quinn Toll going to carry the ball. And I take that back. He hands off to Chase Hussey and led the blocking out in front of him. It's going to be a first down for Chase Hussey. Hussey will take it out to the 45-yard line, and the Blue Devils have a 1st and 10. So then roll the clock at 9:45 here in the second quarter. Enter the huddle is number 2, Quinn Toll. Ball spotted 45-yard line at the right hash mark. Blue Devils going to line up with split in. Left side is Jaron Aller. They got 3 receivers right side. Here comes near motion, Dakota Garman, right to left. Dropping to throw out a shotgun. Quinn Toll going to work up the sideline. He's got a passer. It's got a receiver. He's caught the pass, and that's Dakota Garman. Garman caught it on the run, and he'll take it down inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark him at the 5. So they're going to mark it near the 5-yard line for the Blue Devils. Nice ball. And right there, and caught by Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman on the season. Makes catch number 50. He's over 762 on the season, 15.6 per reception. He's averaging almost 85 passing yards per game for Quinn Toll. Going to line up in a shotgun. Single man in the backfield is Slade Springer. Slade Springer going to get the red carry. He'll go right to the left. And Slade Springer's not going to quite get to the goal line. They're going to mark him short about a half a yard. So clock's still moving, 8:56 on the game clock. They're going to mark it just inside the 1. So ball's at the left hash mark. Play is given to Quinn Toll, long distance there. He'll jog into the huddle. Call the play. They're going to line up with 3 receivers right side. That's Aller, Ridgway, and Mahaney. Split in wide left is Dakota Garman. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, he'll hand off. Again, Slade Springer. Slade Springer across the goal line. Touchdown Springer. And Slade Springer on the season picks up touchdown number 8 on the ground. They'll try to point after. Clock stopped at 8:24 for 1 untimed down. And Coach Toll holds 2 fingers up. They're going to go for 2. The offense stays on the field. So ball spotted right there at the 3-yard line. Nosed up to that 3-yard line strip right there inside the 5. The Blue Devils going to shift right to left with the 3 receivers. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, he'll pitch it left. Chase Hussey point after a two-point conversion is good. The Blue Devils go out in front, 35-0. And the Wabash Apaches are going to receive here in the second quarter. 8:24 left here in the quarter. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203 West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can dine in or carry out. You can reach them by phone at 765-675-6199. They have American comfort food. They have breakfast all day since 1964. Good food, good friends, and good times. Back in the Blue Devils since the very beginning. That's Jim Dandy Restaurant in Tipton. So the Blue Devils getting ready to kick off. Nathan Hawkins going to spot the ball right there. 40-yard line from the left hash. He's a right-footed kicker. Kicks off that way. Chad Shear was left-footed. He did the same thing the other side of the 40-yard line. So waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. Nathan Hawkins, pretty good elevation this time, pretty good length. Taken at the 15, lost the handle, but jumped on it. Ball went forward. So he picked up about 5 yards on the carom, on the loose ball. And on that return was 21. Again, the freshman, Trace Daughtry. And the Wabash Apaches will start this drive at their own 23-yard line. So ball spotted at the right hash mark. 8:18 left here in the second quarter. Apaches on offense. They're going to split out wide left. Number 11, Devon Osborne. They'll go with the slot receiver. Left side, split in. Right side, that's 21, Trace Daughtry. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhird. Noah Baldwin, the deep back. Dropping the throw out of the shotgun. Pass play. Going down the left sideline, it's going to fall short, incomplete. Defensive coverage there was Isaiah Mahaney. And he was looking for number 11, Devon Osborne. Incomplete pass. 8:12 on the game clock. Clock stopped after the incompletion. And they'll work back to the huddle. So incomplete pass stops the clock. Apaches back to the line of scrimmage, 23-yard line, their own 23. Slot right, slot left. Single man in the backfield is Noah Baldwin. Shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhird. He'll pitch it left side, lost the handle, regathers it. That's Noah Baldwin. Going to be tackled for a loss. Blue Devils going to be in the coverage right there. Grayson Withrow nearby. And so it'll be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up third down. They're calling it 21 on the board. So clock moving, 7:42 on the game clock. So the Apache's going to send three receivers right side, one wide left, short side of the field. That's Osborne. Shotgun quarterback McWhird. Have a new running back in the backfield behind McWhird. He's going to drop a couple steps out of the shotgun. Pass play, left sideline caught. He's on the move. He's across the 50, inside the 40, the 30, the 20. He's going to go the distance. On the left sideline, and a good pass play, 80 yards, they're calling it on the scoreboard. So touchdown Apaches. So Hayden McWhird making that reception, number 11, Devon Osborne. Devon Osborne on the season picks up touchdown number 11 through the air. Osborne, as mentioned, almost 76 yards per game on receiving. 6'2", 160. They'll try the point after. Again, it's going to be Derek Reed. Derek Reed, low elevation, but gets it across the crossbar. It's good. You don't rate him. It went right across the crossbar. Right? Cleared it not much. And a touchdown and a single point on the conversion, and the Apaches are on the board. It's 35-7, Blue Devils in front. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are? Welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for the lower rates on loans or the higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares. With branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo, they are there to serve our community. That's Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or at any convenient locations. There's the kick. Going to be taken by the Blue Devils, 22-yard line, Dakota Garman. Garman going to get out across the 35. So Dakota Garman going to take it right near the 35-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 7:01. They're going to mark it right there at the 35-yard line. So they'll put the ball in play. The Blue Devils 1st and 10 from their own 35. Clock stopped after the change of possession at 7:01. Blue Devils going to line up with 3 receivers. Left side 1, split out wide right. Out of the backfield, Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Find a receiver across the 50-yard line. It's Zach Ridgway. Ridgway makes the catch at the 50, about a 20-yard reception, and he'll pick up 12 more yards on the run, yards after contact, yards after the catch. Actually going to give him credit for 10 yards. So they're going to spot the ball at the 40. Apache territory. Play clock starts at 40. Plenty of time. Blue Devils at the line of scrimmage are going to line up in a double slot right side, slot left, empty backfield. Quinn Toll, shotgun quarterback, takes a snap, pass play right side. Caught again by Zach Ridgway. He'll dive it forward across the 30, and it looks like he'll get enough for a first down. He'll move the chains. So they'll stop the clock for a moment, 6:31 on the game clock. And the Blue Devils move the ball into Apache's 30, it should be a 29-yard line. Clock moving. Second quarter, 6:23 on the game clock. 35-7, Blue Devils in front. Ball spotted 29-yard line from the right hash mark. Blue Devils now going towards the scoreboard from the south to the north. Blue Devils going to line up in a slot. Left side in the slot is Dakota Garman. Slot left, there come near motion. Take the handoff, jet sweep to Isaiah Mahaney. Pass play to the goal line. There'll be a flag on the play. Catch is made. He's in the end zone. Dakota Garman caught it at the goal line, went on in. But a flag on the play, we'll see what that is. Might be in the vicinity of a contact, illegal contact. And it is going to be against the Apaches. Blue Devils going to decline the penalty. So they will get the touchdown. Dakota Garman. Pass play from Quinn Toll. And Dakota Garman picks up pass number 8 in the air on the season. So they'll try the point after touchdown. Brogan Ferg. Ferg now shotgun, I should say soccer style. He's a soccer player. There's the hold, there's the kick, and it's through the uprights. Brogan Ferg is a goalie. He's the goalie. He defends the points for the Blue Devils. They had a 1-1 tie not long ago, and they tie in soccer, no overtime. That's what Brogan told me. So the Blue Devils are going to kick off once again. 5:58 on the game clock. Blue Devils talking in their huddle. We're on the numbers, about the 20-yard line. Apaches ready to receive.
For the rush, pick up a book on a stick.
So football on a Friday night, first round of the sectional, happening all across the state of Indiana, except for Class 5A and 6A. They have lower numbers of schools in those particular categories, so they can afford to take a week off and start next week. So Nathan Hawkins went back up to kick off. That's 7 yards deep. Ball spotted again, 40-yard line at the left hash mark. Waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. There's the kick, shallow kick. But he got the bottom of the ball a little bit, picked up there at the 20-yard line. On the return, again, it's Daughtry. Daughtry out across the 30-yard line. They'll spot him to the 32-yard line. Again, he's a freshman. He's listed as a quarterback and a wide receiver. That's number 21, Trace Daughtry. So the Apaches are going to put the ball in play at their own 32-yard line. 5:49 on the game clock after the change of possession on the kickoff. 42-7, Blue Devils in front. They'll line up in a shotgun, Hayden McWhird. Tight receivers, three to the right. They're going to try to work the H back. You'll go back behind the line of scrimmage, get the pitch. And then the ball carrier there for the Apaches, number 7, Corbin Brumley. He'll take it out of bounds, left side, pick up a gain of 4. Bring up second down, 6 for the Apaches. He goes out of bounds, stops the clock at 5:41. Ball spotted, 36-yard line. Apache territory from the left hash mark. The lineup again, tight bunch, tight end, right. Line up off the line of scrimmage, that's Trace Daughtry. 3 receivers left, shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhird. He'll pitch it left, Noah Baldwin. Baldwin spin move, he's going to spin off a tackle and pick up a first down. So Baldwin's going to take the ball out to the 43-yard line. Baldwin picks up necessary yardage. So it's 1st and 10, Apaches at their own 43-yard line, still to the left hash mark. So they're going to make their way to the line of scrimmage. Clock moving, 5:26 left here in the second quarter. They'll line up tight bunch, receivers left side. Split left, single man in the backfield. They fake the pitch, that's McWhird. Fake the pitch to Baldwin, took it himself. Going to pick up a gain of 1. Going to be second down 9 for the Apaches. And they're going to spot the ball at the 44-yard line. Apache territory. So talking it right there in the huddle. McWhird had a couple of words with the umpire. I'm sure it was all social. So ball spotted, 44-yard line. It's second down 9 for the Apaches. Shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhird, junior athlete. Baldwin in the backfield. He'll block, dropping the throw. Looking left side, sharp pass caught. About a 5-yard reception. We're going to get him forward progress. The tackle on forward progress was Zane Durham, and that catch was made by number 11, Devon Osborne. So they'll keep the clock rolling. The forward progress happened in the field of play. 4:15 clock moving. Apaches again. They're going to have the ball at the 49-yard line, their own 49. So they pick up 5 yards on that pass play to Osborne. They're going to line up with 3 receivers, right side. Timeout. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Aaron Toll. They're going to talk this over. So the Blue Devils called their first timeout. First timeout of the ball game. 3:56 left here in the second quarter. 42-7. Blue Devils in front. And we'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Lucky Strike Lanes. Lucky Strike Lanes, that's Elwood, Indiana. If you like creating memories, that's the place to be. Family-friendly bowling, state-of-the-art Redemption Arcade. Great food and drinks at Sally's at the Alley. Open lanes with cosmic bowling every Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. Lucky Strike Lanes, just west of the Pizza King on Anderson Street. That's in Elwood. Lucky Strike Lanes. So they're playing a little jump right now, a little bit of David Lee Roth back from 1984. Say what, that guy was an athlete and a half back in those days. So they're going to bring the guys back out to the huddle, out to the line of scrimmage. Blue Devils will jog right out. The Apaches are there now. 49-yard line, third down. They're calling it 4 on the board. Third and 4. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Noah Baldwin in the backfield. He'll block. Dropping the throw out. Shotgun. Pass. Left side caught. Going to be necessary yardage. Just did get enough. They spot him. Yep, they're going to move the chains. So the catch is made by number 11. That's Devon Osborne. And the ball moves into Blue Devil territory. Ball spotted, 47-yard line. At the 47, went out of bounds. 3:49 left here in the first half. To the line of scrimmage, Wabash Apaches. Then the line up short side of the field. 3 receivers. Tight end right. That's a split end. Playing tight end, standing. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Pitches to the left side, Noah Baldwin. Positive gain. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. They're going to bring the ball back into the left hash mark. 3:32, clock moving. Second quarter. Coming out, getting a breather for the Blue Devils defense is Joey Vaughtaw. That's Joe Vaughtaw. Just a sophomore. Played big-time minutes last year. Filled in well as a freshman. Shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhirter. He'll fake the pitch left side, keep it himself. Dive play. They go left side in the center. He'll pick up a positive gain, and they'll take it to the 43-yard line. So the Apaches have it at the Blue Devil 43-yard line. Going to bring up third down, 6. So the Apaches jog up to the line of scrimmage. Clock moving, 2:40 left here in the second quarter. 3 receivers, right side, split left. Noah Baldwin in the backfield. McWhirter giving some directions. Calling out the Mike linebacker. I'm sure working a right side catch on the slant pass. Going to be a first down. That's 81, Jake Sailors, another freshman athlete, wide receiver, and a cornerback. So they'll move the chains. They'll move the clock. They'll roll the clock prior to getting them set. That's customary at a varsity game. 31-yard line. Ball's in the middle of the field. 2:12. Clock moving. Apaches jog up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 16. Shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhirter. Noah Baldwin. Single man in the backfield. Split right side. Again, it's Jake Sailors. They got 3 receivers left. Dropping the throw. Out of shotgun. Pass play left side. To the hands. Try to get it in. Try to bring it in. Lost the handle on it. Going to be incomplete pass. And that pass was intended for 17, Isaiah Jones. It's going to bring up second down 10 after the incompletion. Clock stopped at 1:51. Ball spotted 31-yard line between the hash marks. The Blue Devils playing defense right here close to their goal line. So shotgun quarterback Hayden McWhirter. Tight slot, left side, slot right. Handoff, single man in the backfield, Noah Baldwin. He'll dive it forward. He'll get inside the 30 near the 28. Blue Devils in there. Grayson Witherow was nearby. And they're going to spot it at the 29, just inside the 29-yard line, third down, 7. So the Apaches to the line of scrimmage, slot right. Tight slot, left side. Single man in the backfield, Noah Baldwin. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. He'll give some directions again. He'll call for the case. He'll call for the snap. He'll drop a couple of steps out of the shotgun. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Pass is tipped by the interior of the Blue Devil line. Incomplete pass. 4th down, 7. 4th down, 7. They'll respot it at the 29-yard line. Apaches. They'll break huddle. Clock moving, 24 seconds. Should say the play clock. Game clock is at 1:11. Stationary after the incomplete pass. Slot right, going to run 3 receivers, right side, split left. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McCord. He'll drop to throw. Pass play, left side, caught, 1st down. 1st down. That's Devon Osborne. Good pass route. Good pass from McWhirter.
It'll be a Wabash.
So he'll go out of bounds. He'll get just enough. He needed 7. Might have got 9. Ball's going to move to the 20-yard line. Got to the red zone. Red zone right there. Blue Devils playing defense. The Apaches. They don't want an interception. They don't want a turnover. They don't want a sack. And they don't want to get a flag at the red zone. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Single man in the backfield, Noah Baldwin. They have a tight receiver core. Going to fake the handoff, fake the pitch, right. McWhirter takes the ball himself. He'll get a positive gain. He might pick up 1. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9. Clock moving inside 1 minute. 54 seconds left. Play comes in from the sideline. And they call the play quickly in the huddle. To the line of scrimmage. 42 seconds left. Clock moving. Ball's just inside the 20-yard line. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Noah Baldwin, the single man in the backfield. Slightly got trips to the right. Pass play, right side, intercepted. Isaiah Mahaney intercepted at the 1. He's on his way back. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. He'll be pushed out of bounds near the 15-yard line. So Mahaney comes up with an interception. And the Blue Devils will play offense. They mark it at the 14-yard line from the right hash mark. 23.9 left and timeout called by Coach Toll. Just to get the personnel, I'm sure. So 23.9 left. Blue Devils talking it over, and the Apaches doing just the same across the way. So Blue Devils, 23.9 left. Huh? Oh. So 23.9 left. Blue Devils going to have the football. Second quarter. Working right there. And a 42-7 contest. A nice drive halted with that Isaiah Mahaney interception. A very methodical drive. Well done, I should say. Hayden McWhirter throws a good ball. He's got the long ball and he's got the tight spiral. Right there, there's going for the goal line. And Isaiah Mahaney steps in front. So the Blue Devils going to take a kneel down here at the 14-yard line. And Quinn Toll under center takes a snap, puts a knee down, and that's going to pretty much complete the first half. The clock's still timing, dropping down, 14 seconds, 13 seconds. They're going to go to halftime at both teams. And we'll mention, we are at halftime, and you're listening to the Tipton Blue Devils football, made possible by the following support sponsors. And we at Put Me in Sports thank you for listening. And we ask, as a listener, if you would patronize the following companies as they are making tonight's education-based varsity high school football game available to be heard on internet radio. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, they're in downtown Noblesville. They're right there at Lagan, Lagon. You'll find them on the square. Lagan, simply Lagan right there on the Noblesville Square, on the, I guess that's the northeast square, catty corner from Smith Jewelers. Camino and Company, you can find them on the website at Camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino, which belongs to Carly Elbrett Witham. Her grandpa is the E Witham. The El Camino is an SS. The goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the CNC completion. That's Camino and Company. You can explore their website at camino-and-company.com. And that's Camino and Company right there in Noblesville. And we'll also mention this game is in parts. It's being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. Trophies, awards, plaques, and more. Fast turnaround. Prices are low. They're so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone by dialing 317-773-7391. Again, that's 317-773-7391 or online, noblesvilletrophies.com. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Fritz and Fishers.com since 1983. They've got great cars, great prices, great customers. You can reach them at their dealership in Fishers, Indiana by dialing 317-842-2228. And you can get a rare two-point safety. They have two Hamilton County locations. That's Fritz and Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. Fishers, Indiana, that's 46038. Or their second dealership, that's Fritz in Noblesville. That's at 2400 Westfield Road, Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. That's right there between Noblesville and Westfield on State Road 32. And you can dial them there at Noblesville, 317-773-2232. And for that two-point conversion, you can explore their quality used car inventory. That's fritzandfishers.com. You can visit them on site, or you can visit them online, fritzandfishers.com, FRITZ. So a couple of guys throwing a football around down there on the sideline. Youngster, a little bit older gentleman. And I will mention a little bit about the Class 2A 36. Sectional 36 got this off of johnharrell.net. If you're not familiar with johnharrell.net, wow, you're missing out. They've got so much information. And that is JOHNHARRELL, johnharrell.net. We'll mention Class 2A, Sectional 36. Top bracket includes Eastbrook and Alexandria. They're playing tonight, 7 o'clock start. Eastbrook is the visiting team. They're at Alexandria. Eastbrook currently 9 wins, 0 losses. Alexandria is 7-2. And we'll also mention second part of that bracket. Lower bracket is Rochester and Elwood. 7 o'clock start. They're probably near halftime over there too. Rochester, the Zebras are 8-1. The Elwood Panthers are 3-6. Elwood Panthers 3-6. Their coach, tremendous job. And down the lower bracket, there's Eastern and Blackburn. Eastern Comets, they're playing at 7 o'clock. Eastern, 8-1. Blackbird, they're looking for their first win. Blackbird Bruins. If you've not been to Blackbird High School, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 so years ago, they put in a brand new weight room. They did a renovation of that school. Their weight room is top notch. And I tell you what, they work feverishly over there. And I tell you what, Mr. Ugan, I really enjoy that guy. Coached baseball many years. Coach Ugan. He got a state title. Coach Ugan got a state title working baseball at Northfield. And then he came over to work right there at Blackford High School. He was AD. We'll also mention that lower bracket, that's where you're listening tonight, 7 o'clock start. Wabash Apaches at 2-7. They're visiting the Tipton Blue Devils. They're 5-4 presently. So those are the 8 teams in the upper bracket. Eastbrook, Alexandria, that winner will play next week. Semifinal, that's October 31st. And they'll play against the winner of Rochester, Elwood. And then in the lower bracket, the Eastern Comets or Blackbird Bruins, that winner will play next Friday, the 31st. And they'll play the winner of Wabash Tipton. And as mentioned, those games will happen semifinal round next Friday evening. And that'll mix up. They'll mix up with the home teams. They usually go with the lower team in the bracket would be the home team. But sometimes it comes in a little bit different. But so that's how that works out. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Edward Jones Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare, he was on the 94 team with Shad. Shad Durham. They played well together for the Blue Devils. So it's Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor. He understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Tipton High School Blue Devil football on PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, call 765-675-9535 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. Dairy Queen, they're located just across town, 800 East Jefferson Street, Tipton. You can find them. Dine in 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. They offer dine-in, carry-out, drive-through, and outdoor seating. That's Dairy Queen in Tipton. So 5:45 on the game clock. Both teams still in their respective locker rooms. And we'll talk just a little bit about final polls. This is the final poll. Associated Press, Class 2A. Class 2A at the top right now, they've got Adams Central. They are the Flying Jets. Adams Central has had tremendous success, probably in the last decade or two. Adams Central, they're 9-0 presently on the season. At number 2, it's Brownstown Central. Brownstown Central, they're also 9-0, and we'll mention number 3, it's Lapel Bulldogs. They are Class 2A. They're again going against tonight. I should say Class 2A Winchester at 8-1. So Lapel Bulldogs on the road at Winchester tonight, 9-0 versus 8-1. At number four, that's the Eastbrook Panthers. Eastbrook Panthers, they are at 2A Alexandria Tigers tonight. So that's, as you know, sectional 36 opponents there tonight. And the Panthers 9-0, and Alexandria Tigers 7-2. At number five, Andrean, the Fighting 59ers. They are currently 8-1 on the season. At number six, Indianapolis Lutheran. 8-1 also. At number seven, Triton Central. They are the Tigers. They are also 8-1. At number eight, the Rochester Zebras. Rochester Zebras, as you know, are on the road tonight at Class 2A Sectional 36 contender. That's the Elwood Panthers. They are 3-6. At number nine, Bluffton Tigers, 8-1 on the season. And number 10, Linton Stockton. They are the Miners. They are 6-3. At number 11, Wheeler, I believe the Warriors. They are 7-1, and they missed a week, did not play, I believe so. And then number 12, Alexandria Tigers. As said, they are at Eastbrook tonight. Double check here. I got that. And anyway, it's Alexandria, and I should say they are, at Eastbrook. And in the Eastern Comets, these two teams are tied at number 12. Eastern Comets are at 2A Blackbird tonight. The Comets currently 8-1. And at number 14, two teams tied. It's East Side. They're 7-2. Northeastern 8-1. I remember a little while back, East Side, there was a sectional game. East Side was on the road against Monroe Central. That was just an extracurricular game. I don't think you mind me saying. Nick Zachary and I went over there and did that game via the request of the Monroe Central Athletic Director. So that was a good game, I should say. If I remember right, Monroe Central ended up winning that game, but they only led the game for the last 8 seconds, and then they won the game on a touchdown pass late in the game. And then there was a 50-yard bomb after the kickoff, incomplete by East Side. So clock moving, 1:45 left here in the intermission. And Tipton Blue Devils in front, 42-7 at halftime against the Wabash Apaches. And football on a Friday night is pretty chilly here game time. A lot of folks bundled up, got their somewhat close to winter clothes on. And so both teams, here come the Blue Devils. Blue Devils coming across the track right there, get warmed up here. They're going to put 3 minutes back up, but they're under a minute in the 15-minute intermission countdown. And here come the Apaches out of their locker room across the way. So the Blue Devils and the Apaches going to get warmed up. And again, we'll mention happening just across the street tomorrow. It's going to be Mr. Muffin's Midwest Best Train and Hobby Show. It's the second annual. They had an event today. It was the first part of it at noon to 5. That was on today, the 24th. But tomorrow, the 25th, October 25th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Mr. Muffin's Trains. You can go online at Mr. Muffin's Show, MrMuffinsShow.com. So the clock going to empty out. There's the whistle. They'll put 3 minutes back on there. Let the guys get stretched out. Calisthenics. Linemen going to run some sprints over there, along with some skill players. So the Blue Devils down in Chile. See the Lincoln Rota ball down there. He got some good action in last week versus Benton Central. 2:37, clock moving. So one of the officials going to do some running there up the hash marks. He's going to get loose for the second half. The other four over in the end zone, the south end. So they're talking it over right there. 2:13, 2:12 now on the intermission clock. Apaches across the way, they're getting stretched out. Need to mention probably the Apaches wearing, some of them wearing the pink socks in representation of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October. And I know I've heard it said that a lot of folks know somebody or someone that have suffered with that terrible C word. So they're wearing the pink socks over there. And the Blue Devils cheerleaders, they have the pink pom-poms tonight. And clock moving down, 1:12 on the game clock. The Blue Devils and the Apaches talking it over. And we'll go ahead and mention, again, a support sponsor for Tipton football. That's Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. That's Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. You can dial them at 765-292-2315. Again, their number is 765-292-2315. Or visit them on the website, rutledgewelldrilling.com. That's Atlanta, Indiana. They are licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. And yes, Mike is still the main drip. That's what Mike said. Yeah, I was in his presence when he coined that phrase. Might have been his wife, Beth. So the clock empties out. So they're going to kick the ball away. And we're going to see the Apaches. Derek Reed. Derek Reed going to spot the ball midfield. Right there on the X. 40-yard line. Second half is when it can happen. They have a rule that they call the mercy rule. And then if it's one team is up by ahead of the other team by 35 or more in the second half, then they'll have a running clock. The Apache is going to kick off. Again, it's going to be number 4, Derek Reed. So middle of the field, 5, I should say 6 and 4. You got to have close to an equal amount on each side of the kicker. Here comes the approach. There's the kick. Shallow kick is going to skim, and it's going to be taken out of bounds. Saved it before it went out of bounds. And nicely done there. Parker Capshaw. He'll get credit for the return. He'll get no gain, but he'll stop the clock, and they'll spot it at the 34-yard line. They'll line up in a shotgun. Quintoll trips to the right. Split out wide left, Dakota Garman. Single man in the backfield, Zane Durham. Calling the cadence, calling the snap. Dropping the throw. Screen play. Durham. Middle screen. He'll pick it up. They'll go across midfield. He'll get down inside the 45, Zane Durham, on the pass play from Quinn Toll. So he'll take it down to the 43-yard line. Blue Devils pick up the first down on first down. They'll take it to the 43-yard line and be spotted right there at the left hash mark. So the Blue Devils are going to line up in a tight slot, short side of the field. Mahaney in the slot, split out wide left, two receivers. Mahaney going to go motion away. Shotgun quarterback takes the snap. Quinn Toll, he'll hand off to Slade Springer. Slade Springer up the middle. He's going to get a good positive gain. He'll pick up 8 on a 1st and 10. And they're going to spot him at the 35-yard line, Apache territory. So Quinn Toll picks up the play from long distance. He'll jog it back into the huddle. Blue Devils going to break huddle to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up with two receivers left side. Split out wide left is Parker Capshaw. Slot right. In the slot is Isaiah Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback. Pass. Pass is off the fingertips of Isaiah Mahaney. Incomplete. Might have been a tad bit behind him. Turn him around. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 3rd down 2. 3rd down 2. They respot it. 35-yard line. Nosed up to the Apache 35. Clock moving. Mercy rule clock will move except for timeouts, touchdowns, and if there is an injury. So they're going to line up with stacked receivers left, short side of the field, stacked right. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. He'll fake the handoff to Slade Springer. Pass play in the flat. Going to be caught by Dakota Garman. Garman sheds off a would-be tackler. Garman going to keep his feet moving. He'll get inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st down for the Blue Devils. Clock still moving, 8:56, 3rd quarter. Quinn Toll getting the play, sideline. Play clock at 26. It started at 40. It starts that play clock at 40 seconds after the tackle. And by the time the guys get unraveled from the tackle, it's pretty good timing for starting it at 40 instead of a 25. 3 receivers left side, split out wide right. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll turns to the left, finds Isaiah Mahaney. Bubble screen left side, blocking back in front of him. Isaiah Mahaney after the catch, he'll take it to the 10-yard line. So 1st down, Blue Devils. Ball's going to be spotted at the 10. Nosed up at the 10-yard line. Entering the huddle for the Blue Devils is number 10, Wyatt Dunn. Wyatt Dunn's a freshman, 5'10", 150. Wyatt Dunn listed as a wide receiver and a safety. 7:50, clock moving. 3rd quarter. Running clocks. Going to line up in a slot left. In the slot is Parker Capshaw. Split out wide left. Split out wide right, slot right. Shotgun quarterback. Handoff. Zane Durham. Zane Durham goes right to left. Zane Durham going to get out of bounds. Tackled out of bounds near the 5-yard line. And the West line judge going to mark him near the 6. It's going to be a gain of 4. Nope, they're going to spot him at the 5. Gain of 5 for Durham. So Blue Devils in the huddle. Quinn Toll. Clock moving. 7:08. 3rd quarter. Ball's at the 5-yard line. Blue Devils on the doorstep. They're going to line up. Parker Capshaw behind the the right tackle. Sing him in the backfield. Zane Durham. Motion left to right. That's Ridgeway. Shotgun quarterback. Snap taken by Quinn Toll. Hands off. Touchdown. Zane Durham. Zane Durham goes right to left in the end zone. So Zane Durham picks up his 6th rushing touchdown on the season. He's got 2 in this game. 6:32 on the game clock. Brogan Ferg spots the block where he wants it. Withrow, short snapper, calling for the cadence, calling a snap. Quinn Toll, and it's going to go wide left. No good. 48-7. Blue Devils in front. Blue Devils will kick off, and we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't too far away. You can call Dirk, Indiana Express Rentals, at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. They're located at 1708 South 8th Street. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dirk will help you find that perfect choice for that rental truck experience. Up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. So the official hands the ball to Nathan Hawkins. He puts the ball on the tee. He'll back up about 7 yards, slightly soccer style, and he'll wait for the whistle. There's the whistle. Clock at 6:15. It stops after a touchdown. There's the kickoff. On the return is Baldwin. Baldwin takes it at 25. He'll go up the middle. He'll keep churning. And Noah Baldwin will take the ball across the 40-yard line. About the 40-and-a-half-yard line. They'll spot it. They're going to actually spot it at the 45. So 1st and 10. Wabash Apaches. Clock moving, 5:44. The game clock, third quarter. Blue Devils in front, 48-7. Going to line up in a slot, right side, split left. Shotgun quarterback is Hayden McWhirter. There's center snap. There's going to be a procedure, illegal procedure. And the Apaches. And they'll back it up 5. I know different leagues call it a false start. I know college does now. Now they do. They didn't used to. Pros do. But at the high school level, a lot of folks call it illegal procedure or just procedure. So they're going to line up again. 5 yards deeper. 1st and 15 for the Apaches. Shotgun quarterback, McWhirter. He'll hand off Noah Baldwin. Baldwin going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. Might have been a tackle for a slight loss. Noah Baldwin, the ball carrier. Noah Baldwin, he's 6 foot tall. He's 190. He's a senior. So they do lose a yard on the carry. It's now spotted at the 34-yard line. 2nd down, 16. Ball spotted just inside the right hash. Apaches are going from the north to the south. They're going away from the scoreboard. They're going to line up, slot left, slot right. They got 2 backs. One back's behind the left tackle and Noah Baldwin. Shotgun quarterback, snap taken by McWhirter. Pass play, left side, stepping in front of the pass. We're going to get an interception. Here's Zane Durham. Zane Durham stepped in front of the route. And the Blue Devils are going to get the ball in Apache territory at the Apache's 35-yard line. So Blue Devils going to have it 1st and 10. 35-yard line just inside the left hash. And we're going to see, stepping in to play quarterback, Lincoln Rodeball. Lincoln Rodeball going to get some time here in the second half. So the Blue Devils, line of scrimmage. They're going to split out wide left with Parker Capshaw. And bringing back over is Wyatt Ringer. Wyatt Ringer, he's 6 foot, 135. Wide receiver. Wyatt Ringer in a slot left side. Tight slot left side, short side of the field. Calling the cadence. Lincoln Rodeball, he'll hand off. Left to right. The ball carrier for the Blue Devils was number 30, Stephen Tam. He's a freshman, 5'8", 155. He's a running back, also listed as an inside linebacker. So jogging off the field, Wyatt Dunn. Jogging back in the huddle is Lincoln Rodeball. 2:38, clock moving, third quarter. Blue Devils going to send 2 receivers left side. Split out wide left is number 16, James Goodnight. He's a sophomore. split out wide right. You got tight end left. Shotgun quarterback, Lincoln Rodaball, single man to backfield. Going to hand off right to left. Going to get a positive gain. Going to get back close to the original stick. Again, that ball carrier, number 30, Stephen Tam. Going to bring up third down 12 for the Blue Devils.
Even Tam on the run.
Clock moving inside 2 minutes. Third quarter. Running clock here in the second half in this ball game. Ball spotted, 37-yard line. Third down 12 for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils have second unit in the ball game. Slot left, split right. Single man to backfield. Stephen Tam, shotgun quarterback, Lincoln Rodaball. He'll take a snap, drop a few steps. Pass play, left side, a little bit tall. Out of bounds, incomplete. Intended receiver was number 88, Parker Capshaw. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 148. Clock moving, 1:15. Blue Devils going to send out their punting unit. It's the regular punt unit. We're going to see Nathan Hawkins. He's going to stand near midfield, right there on the logo, Blue Devil logo. So blocking back, just one of those is Quinn Toll, about 5 yards behind the center. Good snap. Good boot. He's going to go left side, low elevation. It's going to bounce, and it's going to find the end zone. So in the end zone, it's going to be a touchback. And I believe that's third touchback on the season for Mr. Hawkins. Actually has third touchback. So the Apaches will take over. First and 10. They'll have it at their own 20-yard line. Clock is going to empty out to 12 seconds. Both teams going to go to their respective sidelines, talk things over. And that's going to complete quarter number 3. So we'll mention at the end of 3 quarters here at Tipton High School, Tipton 48, Wabash 7. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Bubbles and Bark Spa. They open on July 7th. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. Yes, Bubbles and Bark Spa. They're located at 3660 West 500 South, Sharpsville. That's Indiana, 46068. By email, you can find them at BubblesInBarkSpa@yahoo.com. That's Katie. That's Katie Waite. At the age of 15, she began bathing dogs. After graduating high school, she got her license to groom and grooming since. Katie, now an entrepreneur at the age of 21, a 10-year member in 4-H. You can get a full groom, which includes a haircut, nails, paw pads, potty patch, and an ear clean. That's Bubbles and Bark Spa in Sharpsville. So they invert the field. 12 minutes on the game clock. They'll start the clock now. Running clock. First and 10 for the Apaches from the 20, their own 20. Slot left, slot right. Shotgun quarterback, McWhird takes a snap. Hands off, left to right. Good positive gain, going to pick up 7. Ball carrier is Noah Baldwin. As mentioned, 6'1", 190. He's a senior. So the ball moves out to the 27-yard line. Second down 3 for the Apaches. So clock moving, 11:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils in front, 48-7. To the line of scrimmage, Apaches. They're going to line up tight end, left. Shotgun quarterback. You got 3 receivers, right side, tight bunch, triangle. They run a reverse. Reverse, handoff there. It was a pitch handoff from McWhird. A short gain. And the ball carrier, number 7, Corbin Brumley. He's a senior, he's a wide receiver, and a cornerback. And he'll pick up necessary yardage just enough. So he picks up 3. It's 1st and 10 from the Apache 30-yard line. Ball resting at the left hash mark. Apache's going towards the scoreboard from the south to the north. Going to run again, tight, triangular, receivers right side, tight end left, shotgun quarterback. McWhirter will pitch it to single man in the backfield. That's Baldwin. Pitches it right, and he's going to pick up another 1st down. He's going to drag a couple of Blue Devil wannabe tacklers going to go out of bounds. Withero was over there and Slade Springer. And they're going to move the chains first and 10 for the Apaches. So they're going to bring the ball in. It's going to be spotted at the 44-yard line, Wabash territory. They're going to stop the clock at 10 minutes. The official requesting it stop there. I believe the timeout on the field. So timeout on the field. 10 minutes left, clock stationary, 4th quarter. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense, starting with your roof. From repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they've got your home covered, literally. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. They are locally owned by Jordan Beck. His team plays hard, works harder, and doesn't stop till the job is done right. To contact Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, you can go to rangerroofingexteriors.com or dial them by phone 317-361-7858. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. So to the line of scrimmage, the Apaches. Apache's going to send out a split left alongside the field. Late off the bench here, and they line up in a slot. Going to hand off up the middle. Noah Baldwin will double check that. He'll get out to the 48-yard line. It'll be a late flag, and the ball carrier there was actually 17, Isaiah Jones, and a flag on the play. So they're going to whistle this flag against the Apaches. And they're going to say personal foul. It's actually going to be on Tipton. Tipton going to get a personal foul, the 15-yard mark off. So they'll spot it from the 48. They'll move it into Tipton territory. The Apaches will have a 1st down by penalty. They'll spot it at the 36-yard line. So the Apaches in a short huddle there, 7 yards behind the ball. Clock moving, 8:36 to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 36-yard line, Tipton territory, slot left. They're going to line up with 2 backs. One's behind the left tackle. They're going to have one in the backfield. That's Baldwin. Handoff from McWhirter to Baldwin. He slips one tackler, gets inside the 35, near the 34. So it's going to be a positive gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down 8 after a gain of 2. Clock moving, 8:08. Bringing the play into the huddle for the Apaches is 17, Isaiah Jones. And Noah Baldwin is going to take a very needed break. He's probably winded. And I'm to the line of scrimmage. Apaches. Ball's at the 34-yard line, Tipton territory. Split left, slot right, single man in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. Handoff, left to right. You'll get a good positive gain. That was 17, Isaiah Jones. And the Blue Devils making a stop right there, left side. And the Blue Devils going to play defensively. The ball resting at the Blue Devil 34-yard line. So the flag on the play, they call a holding penalty against the Apaches. The flag lay near the 19-yard line. So that's where the hold happened. They'll bring it out to the 29, and that's where it's at.
Penalty on Wabash.
Nope, they're going to back it up even further. Ball's resting at the 38-yard line. Tipton territory. Apaches have it. Second down 12. So just inside the right hash mark. Going to split in. Out wide left for the Apaches, number 11, Devon Osborne. Osborne went for the score. Went for the touchdown catch in the first half for the Apaches. Handoff. Right side. Ball carrier again was Noah Baldwin. Back in the take that back. It was Isaiah Jones. Jones takes his second consecutive carry. That previous carry did not go for much because of the penalty. So they're going to respot the ball at the 36-yard line. Third down 10 for the Apaches. They're going to, again, send wide left. Devon Osborne. They'll send a slot receivers to the right. Late substitution for the Apaches. Going to line up in a double slot left side. That's number 21, Trace Daughtry. Shotgun snap, dropping the throw. McWhird, pass is caught. Credit the reception to Devon Osborne. And it's going to be short of the line to gain. He's going to pick up 6. It's going to be fourth down 4. Ball resting at the 30-yard line. Blue Devils going to send in defensively, number 28. That's Ezekiel Browning. He's a sophomore, wide receiver, and a cornerback. So Ezekiel going to be lined up as the left cornerback on this play. Going to line up in a double slot left side. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhird. He'll take the snap, drop the throw. Pass low, but caught. Caught near the 22-yard line. Credit that reception. Devon Osborne, and Osborne picks up necessary yardage. So they'll move the chains. They'll reset them. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Tipton territory. Ball's at the left hash mark. Play clock at 25 seconds. It's rolling down from 40. Game clock is at 4:20. He left here in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils in front, 48-7. Going to line up in a shotgun. Hayden McWhird, single man in the backfield. Behind him is Isaiah Jones. Trips to the right, split out wide left, dropping a throw. Pass play, right side. A little bit underthrown. Incomplete. Defensively there for the Blue Devils with 16, James Goodnight. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 140. He lines up. He's a wide receiver and also a cornerback. And he was playing cornerback there. Incomplete pass brings up second down 10. I should say the ball respotted at the 22-yard line. Blue Devil territory. Going to line up in a split left. In the split left side, Devon Osborne trips to the right for the Apaches. Shotgun quarterback, Hayden McWhird. He's almost in a pistol. Pass play, quick pass, right side caught. Blue Devils going to stop him prior to the 15, around the 17-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. It'll be an official timeout. 3:07 on the game clock. And then we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Century 21 Real Estate. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. Enthusiasm, experience, and knowledge. Lisa Stokes Bear, real estate agent, real estate broker. Lisa listens. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company, serving Hamilton, Tipton, and Madison counties since 1997, specializing in residential and corporate relocations. You can contact Lisa Stokes Bear by phone or text message, 317-513-4086. Again, 317-513-4086. So the Apaches to the line of scrimmage. 3 minutes left, fourth quarter. He's going to line up in a slot left, split right. Three backs in the backfield. One's the quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. It's going to be an encroachment flag on the play in the neutral zone prior to the snap. Blue Devils, they'll back it up. They'll back it forward 5 yards. The Apaches will take it down to the 12-yard line. It's going to be a first down by penalty for the Apaches. 2:30 on the game clock. Clock moving. Apache's going to line up in a slot left. Split right. Single man in the backfield. A blocking back behind the left tackle. McWhirter directs him to the left a little bit. Going to hand off up the middle. Positive gain. Going to get inside the 5-yard line. So inside the 5. 2 minutes left. Ball's going to be spotted at the 4-yard line. Again, that ball carrier was 17, Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones, 6'1", 170. Apaches to the line of scrimmage, going to line up again in a slot. Split out wide left is Devon Osborne. They're going to split in right side, 3 backs. One's the quarterback, Hayden McWhirter. He'll take the snap. He'll go himself. He'll go left side, 3-hole, and he'll make it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hayden McWhirter. Hayden McWhirter picks up his second touchdown on the ground on the season. McWhirter, 57 carries entering this game. They'll line up for the point after. Right-footed kicker, number 4, Derek Reed. Call for the snap. There's the hold. The kick might have been blocked or might have grazed the ground before the kick. Incomplete. I should say no good. And clock's still moving, 50 seconds. So they get on the board again, 13 points on the board after McWhirter dives it in from 4 yards out. They stop the clock at 44-9. They're going to have the kickoff. Blue Devils. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. They're in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone at 765-675-9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturday, they're open 9:30 to 2. Hope Jewelers in Tipton. The Apaches going to kick off. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. Derek Reed, high elevation. It's going to land at the 32, and the Blue Devils are going to catch it on a hop to take a kneel down, and that was Jaron Aller. Let me double check that. You have to see here. Yeah, it was Jaron Aller on the reception, on the return, and the clock's moving, 25 seconds. And the Blue Devils and the Apaches are going to shake hands on the 50-yard line. That's going to complete the ball game. Clock moving down under 15 seconds. And so they're giving some scores over the PA. Can't quite understand what he's saying, but that's okay. We'll mention the Blue Devils will advance to next week. So Tipton might have a home game next week. But we'll double check the website. Blue Devils advance their record to 6-4. They'll play next week, Friday night, October 31st, and they'll play the Eastern Comets, evidently. So Eastern Comets, Tipton, that's kind of a rivalry. They've had some zigzag type of games, wins and losses, and we'll hope you'll tune in. But we do thank you for tuning in, and we thank all involved. I thank Coach Toll for pregame interview. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.